Hello everybody, Nether here coming back to you with another YouTube video, and today I'm playing Overwatch. Now it's been quite a long time since I've last played Overwatch, but hey, let's have some fun. Today I'm going to be going through all the heroes and telling you which ones I like, which ones I dislike, and some of them I might give my reasons for, some I might not, so just be ready for that. Anyway, we're going to start with all the frontline characters. Now, D.Va, my most used hero. Now, you might be wondering, Nether, why is this your most favorite? And I'll tell you my reason why this is one of my favorites. Is because of the versatility and the fact that most of them are pretty slow. Alright? Now, also, D.Va has two farms, so this is her ult. She jumps out of her mech, and yeah. So this is her pilot form. Her pilot form only has 150 health, has this gun that does not that much damage, has 20 bullets in it. But on the plus side, your ultimate charges 2 times as fast, which gives you this mech back. Also, she has micro missiles, a defense matrix, which annihilates bullets, and a boost, which you have seen me use. Next up, time for Doomfist.
Our future will be forged in conflict. You failed.
Now, so he has a shotgun with 4 shots in it that recharges. Now he has this giant gauntlet. Now, the weirdest thing I find is that when you use your melee, you don't use your gauntlet. You don't use your fist, which is stupid. Now he has a blocking ability. Okay.
Haven't lost my touch.
Now, I know this is one of the better characters because of the movement, but in all honesty, it's not my style. But his ult is this, where you jump up in the air and you slam into the ground, and you get a bit more health, and also your fist is charged more. Not my favorite. Now time for Roadhog. I did not mean to hit that. So, Roadhog is mostly a frontline character, but with an interesting thing. You see that hook? That hook is really useful. So there are 2 types of shots. So first you launch a whole scrap ball at your enemies. And next is the normal shotgun, which spreads all the scrap around the gun. Now, if you get injured or anything, you can just do this, and you get more health. Now, if you use your melee, you punch with your fist. Overall, it's an amazing ult with amazing opportunities. You know. Now, I'm gonna use this area as like my ult testing ground. That's a knockback dummy. So now it's time for his ult called Whole Hog. Now, you get to zoom it. Now, it is important to note that you can actually negate his ultimate with Diva's defensive matrix if you're fast enough and you have enough charge. Next, let's go for Junker Queen. Queen of Junker Town. She has a yell which allows you to move faster and gives you more damage.
Come on, fight back. You got 2 bullets, didn't ya?
It's a 2-shot to the head for the training dummies. Now the training dummies is important to note that. Okay, now 1, 2, 3 body shots.
Someone shot ya.
Now the knife, which you can pull back for a bit of knockback, and you can throw it out.
It's only 1 shot.
And then yeah, her melee is that. And she uses her knife as a melee, which is an amazing use of details. Now, I've never used her ult, so let's try this out. Oh! Interesting. Alrighty. Now, let's head back to this. So it seems like you rush forward with the staff, and yeah.
Why
anyway,
she answers when we do not know the question.
That's a great question. Anyway, let's try Sigma out with his 2 balls.
Potential wasted.
I don't know what. Now, okay, so first, let's show you the barrier. Next thing you know, you can throw a rock, which can knock him down.
Does not weep when the sun sets. What is it? What is it?
Now you can absorb projectiles with his kinetic grasp, which is the thing that's currently on cooldown. It's a very interesting melee, which oh, he does punch. It's a very interesting ability.
What awaits us beyond this plane?
I don't know, Sigma. Aren't you supposed to be a scientist or some shit? Now time for his ultimate. Boom. He lifts people up in the air, and he can levitate during that using his gravity powers. And yeah, it's a very good ultimate because it stuns them basically. Oh fuck. This is Orisa, who is a very good character. It's a frontline character. Now you can guard yourself using Fortify. I don't know all the names of these things. Now this allows you to rush forward, shove a javelin at someone, knocks them back a little bit.
I was made to protect, and I shall.
And her ult is a very good ult because it stuns them. Also, I would like to take a moment to address the cool gun animation. So if you look at the gun as I'm firing, that's just a really cool gun.
You did not scare me.
Anyway, that's Orisa for you all. Now it's time for everyone's favorite monkey scientist, Winston. Winston, on the other hand, has a close quarters weapon with his Tesla cannon. And then, blah! He can jump, using his primal strength, of course. He can plop down a barrier. And also, by the way, this thing can target multiple enemies, which is very important to note. So let me show you all. You look at that and that. So anyway, that is his normal abilities. This is his ultimate. He can dash. He can knock people away. Whoa! And his ultimate does quite a bit, and it does knock back. Now it's time for Ramtra. Now I do not actually own this character yet. So, but I've seen other players use him. So he has 100 shots, which he basically spews out. Actually, I'll check out what this does. Now. Oh, it's a zone that hurts them. Okay. Now time for his nemesis form. Now he can also block damage, which is a very good thing for this type of character. Now it's time for Annihilation, where you go into your ultimate form and you do damage to everyone around you and you steal their health. It's like a lifesteal thing. Anyway, that's Ramtra for ya. He's one of the newer characters. Now it's time for one of my personal favorites, Wrecking Ball. Oh fuck. You can go into a ball. Now, mind you, this character is not very good. So, yeah, he has an adaptive shield, which gives you more shield depending on how many enemies are near you. It's very important to know. And now he can do Pile Driver, which knocks enemies into the air. And by the way, yes, he has a grappling hook. And also, if you're good enough with him and you're smart, unlike some people I know, and yes, I am referring to myself, you can ram into your enemies and kill him. Now, his ultimate, which is a minefield. And your enemies can 100% shoot those mines, which is important to know. Now, let's go for Reinhardt. Reinhardt is a close quarters combatant, which is meant to be in the fray. He's meant to be in the fray. He has 2 rocket shots and a shield. Overall, I do enjoy playing as him, but the mobility, like, yes, he can do this. Yes, it's an alright damage, and this is an ultimate. But I find that it's just too ineffective to use him in most situations, sadly. I love the suit of armor, though. It looks really cool. Now time for Zarya.
We will crush them.
Yeah, Zarya. The world's strongest woman. Giving herself a shield. Or shooting a shield. Or no, that's another ability. Or giving her teammates a shield. I have not played with Zarya much. I personally am not a huge fan of characters like this. But Yeah, so I have no idea what her ultimate is.
Jettisoned. You're covered. Absorb his power.
So I'm unsure. Overall, she seems like a great character for depending on what situation you find yourself in. Now, I have no idea what her ultimate could be, so... Ah, I see. So it basically creates a vortex around them. The only one of the biggest downsides for all frontline characters, in my opinion, is the movement. Now, it's time to go for...
Hey, I'm the last
I fucked that up. Ash. Ash uses her semi-automatic rifle or her her semi-automatic weapon named Viper to kill her enemies, and it has a scope on it, which is nice. She also has a dynamite, which can be used as a bank shot and inflicts fire damage. Last but not and now she has a coach gun, which she uses to eliminate her enemies.
Nice try, honey.
Now here's something fun I love to do. Boom! Now time for ultimate.
Do something.
Bob. Bob acts as an entity himself, and that means he can be hacked by someone else, and he can be killed as well. So it is not a very practical ultimate. But it's good if you want to corner off people because he uses hit scan. Now I'm gonna go through the top row and then the bottom row this time. Time for Bastion. One of my favorite characters. Bastion never ceases to amaze me how useful he can be. Bastion is a very useful character with a very high damaging weapon and a bomb. But that's not all. Yes, you can go into artillery. You can go into this mode, bitch, which basically allows you to eliminate as many characters as you want. But and you also resist more damage. Now, time for artillery configuration. Anyway, guys. That is Bastion for you. Now, mind you, he does move way more slowly when he's in that configuration. Time for Cassidy or McCree.
Fill this saddle.
So, a little backstory of this character. It used to be called Jesse McCree, or just McCree, before a scandal with old Blizzard worker came into contact with something. I'm not gonna say it. You guys have to find it out yourself because I can't remember it. But he was fired, and then the name of the character was changed to make sure no scandals like that ever happened again. Anyway, he has his Peacemaker, which is good if you shoot it like it can 2-shot headshot. It can 3-shot body shot.
You'll need more grit than that.
And it has a fanning mode where McCree fans it. Or Cassidy. I always call him McCree because that's who Anyway, an interesting thing to know about his dash is that it reloads his gun. Finally. And also, you've got a magnetic grenade, which is a very useful skill. Now time for Deadeye.
Got a burr in your side. It's her moon.
It basically makes it so you basically can shoot whoever the hell you want and whenever the hell you want and basically do whatever the hell you want. It's a very good ult that is extremely annoying to play against. Now,
I'm
Echo.
always ready to learn.
I have not unlocked her yet, but I'm trying to.
Error.
I enjoy playing as this character because she has a fly. You can fly with her. Which is a very gifted thing, in this opinion.
Fixating on target. Dusting off. My skills are improving.
Now, she also has 3 sticky bombs, which does a decent amount of damage. Now, an important thing to note is that when... Okay. Is that when a character is like that, you can use this, and it basically melts them. It's a great character. I love playing as her.
A success.
I wish I had unlocked her, but you know, always room to improve. Now, her ability is an interesting one, which gives me a reason to use Hanzo for this. She can duplicate an enemy, and mind you, I'll be going over it except for the ultimate. She can duplicate an enemy.
Engage. Hanzo. Double. My skills are improving. Double.
And then she switches back, which is an amazing skill. But you can't, and also on the plus side, a person who is being duplicated cannot switch out of the character that is being duplicated. Not time for the Genji, Genji is considered one of the more mobile characters due to the fact that he can wall climb and he has a double jump, which basically means that that it'll be used every fucking time, and they'll just always use their double jump. Now, his secondary shot is shooting out 3 at once, and then now. That now he can deflect attacks. Now if you do this ability, you cut through your enemies, and also I realized it didn't show any melees before, but it doesn't really matter.
Do your worst. Your reflexes are slow. Until next time.
Now, time for his ultimate, the Dragon Blade. His Dragon Blade is immensely powerful. I didn't give it justice there, but it's very powerful. Now, Genji has the highest movement speed out of any other Overwatch character. Now, Hanzo. You saw most of him, but you didn't see all of him. So I used my dash ability. His arrows, that's really good.
They crumble like ash before me.
You know, he has a rapid fire ability, which allows him to shoot 5 arrows. And then he has the supersonic arrow, which basically means you can see them through walls, if you saw that there. And finally, his arrow, once it collides with the wall, or if you shoot it like that,
Tooth and claw.
it's a very good ultimate for killing enemies. Now, let's go for one of my personal favorites. Junkrat. I always call him Junk Crack instead of Junkrat because he's basically high. He's always high all the fucking time. He has amazing bombs, amazing mobility with his concussion mines. And the concussion mine does damage and knocks his people back. He has a thing there, a trap, and you can knock people back. And you can use it to launch yourself. One of the most mobile characters and one of the hardest hitting characters I've ever played. And you can, if you're good enough, you can also double jump, which is like what I did there. And this ultimate Riptire basically makes you, a bomb. He's a great character and my favorite. Now time for May, the most hated Overwatch character in the history of the world. And I don't understand why. I find that they're not overly edgy. They're just trying to vibe. And they're a little fucking psychopathic.
I'm sorry, Genji.
Now it's a very strong character, but a bit on the slower side, with amazing abilities that you can use to block people's damage.
10 feet tall and made of ice.
You have an icicle shot, which does a lot of damage to headshots, and if you are being damaged, you can become an icicle and basically, free yourself. Now, you can also rotate this and use it to launch yourself up.
Always account for wind chill.
Now, also, on the plus side, a passive is that you generate ammo when you're in this form. Now, time for her ult.
不洗澡.
Lizard. Freezes enemies in place and makes them take damage. Very useful if you know how to use it correctly.
Put some ice on that. 有本事就翻过去.
Now time for Farah, or Farah.
Taking to the air.
Using her jetpack, she's basically a mobile artillery defense person. And basically a soldier in Overwatch. She has a thing that knocks people away, which can be used for knocking your enemies off their cliffs. Other than that, she does not have really any other uses. Also, I neglected to mention that, oh wow, she can be damaged by her own, okay. I neglected to mention Echo can slow down her fall by pressing the jump button.
Increasing altitude. Dispersing.
You can knock people off their cliffs.
Mind the gap. Double Scatter. Justice reigns from above.
Basically, she lets loose a shit ton of rockets.
Up and away.
And that's Farah. Now time to go down the list. And let's start with Reaper.
You can't escape death.
Reaper can use his Wraith form, or Wraith form depending on how you pronounce it, to become invulnerable to damage, but you can see a shadow. Very powerful character up close. But from further away, very crap. Now Reaper is meant to be mostly a flanking character, and and he has this teleporting ability. Now, when you stand still, you can be killed like that.
A clean shot.
Now it's time for his ultimate. It's a very powerful ultimate that is guaranteed to kill pretty much everyone in a space like that.
Beware the shadows.
Now time for Sojourn.
All of us. I'd stay down. Doesn't get better
Sojourn
than
is a
that.
very powerful character, and I couldn't believe my eyes when I was playing as her, and I got so many kills.
Breaking them down. Stay down.
She's a very good character to play as, especially because of her special abilities.
Threat neutralized.
And she has a rocket jump, which can be
Years of
very
experience.
helpful.
This ends now. You're done. Cleaning house. Cooling down.
And she can basically go into a frenzy mode, which is very great. Very movable too. Time for the old fuck, Soldier 76. With his alternate fire, he can shoot little missiles which can knock people. Can deploy his biotic field to heal. And unlike any other character, he can sprint. This is a unique ability to him.
Tactical termination. Smithereens. Come get healed.
Can heal your friends with this, and it's also a pain in the ass to fight him if he's just chilling in there. Time for his ultimate. Which basically gives him full sights through everyone and perfect aim. Very good ult. Time for Sombra, one of my
In my
favorites.
world, there are no secrets.
So she can hack people to make them lose their abilities for a limited time, of course. She has a translocator, which she can teleport to. She can turn invisible. You know? And she can hack people. So let me show you. So as they're firing, right? Hold on. Hacked, and they can't shoot for a few seconds. Now, EMP is a bit harder to show right here, but it basically makes it so they can't use any abilities that they might have,
Just in case.
you know? She's a very good character and a flanker, 100%. Time for Symmetra.
We build a new world.
I don't like this character because I'm just not good at playing as her. She has sentries, which can be pretty useful. She has a teleporter, which is freaking immensely useful, man.
Perfect alignment.
And she has two forms of shooting, basically creating that thing and firing it. And finally, for an ultimate, across the entire map, she creates a barrier which cannot be shot through.
Quite an effective placement. Just a cool day ahead.
Double kill.
She's an alright character.
Tools
Now
in hand,
time
brain in gear.
Torbjorn.
I'm over.
Torbjorn has two primary approaches to fire, firing one solid glob, or using it to spread it out. Whoa, holy shit. Anyway, time to place down. Now, so there are only two characters that I know of, really, I haven't really checked, that have two different things, which is this. It's a melee, but it also repairs your turret. And you can also blow it up. Molten Core basically prevents them from going through an area. Using the molten slag, it burns them.
All according to design. Installed and ready to go.
Now time for Tracer, one of the most controversial characters because of her boobs. I still think that's really funny. She's a very speedy character who can get out of bad positions with her recall ability.
3 times the charm.
She has a nice pulse bomb, which is a very devastating attack, though unfortunately I did not do it justice over there.
Blinding.
Very great character. Now time for the hardest class to master. Especially when you have moving targets that move erratically.
Pitiful.
She has a venom mine, which poisons her enemies. She has a grappling hook, which she can use to get up to high ground. And she also has a secondary modifier when she's not scoped in, which is semi-automatic. Now, for this ultimate,
No one can hide from my
you can
sight.
see through everything.
Doucement.
Very useful, I found out. But I am not good as her at all. Now time for the healers. Let's go bottom up. Time for Lucio. Could both damage his enemies, heal his teammates. Use, and by the way, when he does that finger troll thing, or he says, turn it up, it means the effects are more powerful at that given moment. Now he can wall run. No matter what direction you're going, you can basically run around like a fucking moron. Whee! And the speed goes up, of course. Now, he has a knockback ability, which is amazing, though. Blanc! Very useful.
Yeah, I'll turn it up.
Now, being more of a support character, he does quite a bit of damage. And his ultimate gives everyone shield.
Staccato. Amp up this beat.
Anyway, now it's time for
Don't worry, I'll be
Mercy.
right behind you. I'm Dinah Zeiter.
Now this character
Healing stream connected.
is a very good healing character. You can amp up their damage.
Taking target practice.
I am empowering you.
Upping their damage. You can resurrect your friends,
I will not let you fall.
heal them,
Need some assistance?
and she has a pistol. You can also glide to them, so you're never too far from the action. She can also fall slowly. Time for Moira. Moira. Moira has two different abilities. She can heal, which also acts as a lifesteal, I believe. Though I can't remember if that's true. She can fade and walk.
A cure for all the tales.
She can heal her friends, but it needs time to charge. And she can throw a damaging ball. Her ultimate, however, is immensely powerful.
A taste of poison.
It's immensely powerful due to the fact it's just, honestly, it's just really fucking good, to be honest. I can't even say. So her ultimate, a beam, a fucking laser beam. But mind you, it does not last for a whole lot of time, and the damage is not that good, but it's still pretty good. And time for Zenyatta.
Discord, we will find tranquility.
A good character in design. I have not been able to put this character to justice, really. By the way, the Court of Discord basically makes them take more damage.
Assistance would be appreciated.
Now, by the way, most of Zenyatta's stuff is all health. Is all of that. So, it's not that good. And his attacks are pretty powerful, to be honest. If you can hit your shots, they're fucking goated. Bonk.
Experience tranquility.
Now, in this form, Zenyatta is immortal. And he cannot take damage. Now, it's important to note, and I found this out, when you crouch as him, you do not touch the ground. He's always floating. Now time for Kirko, or Kirko.
What's up?
She can shoot these little paper things, though I'm not very, I don't like them that much.
Let me balance you out.
She can shoot kunai,
That's the spot.
which do quite a bit of damage if you hit headshots. Otherwise, they do not do a whole lot of damage. She can shoot a bomb that basically makes it so I don't even know what it does, to be honest. But she can teleport to her teammates. And also, it's a comp choice right now from what I've heard.
Breaking me down just builds me up. Here, for you.
Now,
Beginner's luck.
now time for Brigitte. I forgot her name for a moment. Mostly a melee character with a small shield to protect herself. She can also bash it,
Blazing shield. Pow! Right off the edge.
which is but she's mostly a healer because of her little potions. Now, I've not played as her, not even once. Shield does what a shield is supposed to do.
Don't underestimate me.
Block damage.
Rally to me.
Oh, yes. Okay, yeah. So basically this gives everyone overshield and basically makes it so everyone is faster. That's Brigitte for you. I don't play as her, so I don't know. Baptiste.
Another day, another battlefield.
Very powerful. Great healer.
A shot of health.
Very, very powerful.
Eh bien, vous semblez aussi besoin de longer quand?
An immortality field, which basically makes them unable to take damage for a brief amount of time. That heals everyone around him, and he can shoot healing rockets.
This is why you hire a professional. Let them up.
Oh, it does more damage through the field. Okay, that's cool. Anyway, that is Baptiste for you all. Now time for the last one for today.
I will not leave a broken world behind.
Ana. Her shots do poison damage, so they cannot headshot. Unfortunately, you can put your targets to sleep. You can damage your targets with that potion, or you can heal your allies. Now her shots can heal her teammates.
Close your eyes.
Now her ultimate nano boost is unique as it empowers a character, but I cannot show it as I'm running out of time for this video. Anyway, guys, thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you all in the next video. Make sure you subscribe and leave a like down below if you enjoyed this style of video, as I personally had a lot of fun making it. Anyway, guys, thank you all so much for all the support you've been giving on the Hitman streams and videos. So, you know, thank you all so much, and I hope you all have a beautiful day. And before I leave, boop. Bye, guys.